So first, I'd like to thank everyone for attending the ceremony today. Our EarlyAct Club is lucky to have been chosen as one of the clubs to receive a peace pole, courtesy of Rotary District 7570, who is represented here today by the current district governor, Bret Hrbek. So we are sponsored by the Rotary Club of Front Royal, and so through them, our EarlyAct Club was awarded one of the poles. So the Peace Pole Project is an official project from the World Peace Prayer Society that started in Japan in 1955 in response to the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Peace Pole is a handcrafted structure that stands as an international symbol of peace, which bears the universal message of world peace: may peace prevail on earth. We hope that this message awakens in others to attain inner and outer peace. By 1986, the Peace Pole Project finally reached the United States, starting in New York. The Peace Pole Project then continued to spread across the globe, reaching many European countries. In 2019, the organization changed their name to May Peace Prevail on Earth International to help reach a more global audience. And today, over 240,000 peace poles have been placed and dedicated in every country around the world. So today, we are honored to put a peace pole at HJB to continue the message of peace. This pole is a true representation of what HJB stands for, as the message, may peace prevail on earth, is written in 4 of our most common languages spoken here at HJB. We have English, Spanish, Urdu, and Dari. At this time, I'd like to invite some of our EarlyAct students and anyone else who is here watching to just take some dirt and put it in the hole so that you guys can leave your mark on having peace at HJB. So go ahead and just grab some dirt, put it in the hole. There you go. Perfect. Alright, just a couple handfuls and you guys can come back. Alright, I think we're good. Good job. Good job. Thank you guys. All right, and now this pole is to stand here as long as Clint's concrete work stands. And yeah, it can represent peace for everyone to enjoy. I will say that this pole will be registered on a global map. So HJB has now made its mark. The closest peace pole that's on the map currently is at Hanley High School. So now we will add our mark on the map. All right. All right. Thanks, guys.
Well, Bret, tell us a little bit more about how Rotary got involved in this peace pole.
Well, Rotary is one of the foundations and fundamental principles of Rotary is creating peace. And we're not in the business of necessarily bringing Israel and Hamas or Ukraine and Russia to the table, but we are in the business of making sure that in our backyards, in our community, we are creating peace. And peace projects like the Peace Pole, which is a visual reminder of just taking a step back, taking a breath, and reminding that we are individuals and we should treat each person as a human being with the dignity that God has bestowed on them. That we've come from different points around the world, in our communities, different ways of life, but we come together as one human being, and we deserve the dignity that they deserve. So peace is a fundamental. Our youth exchange programs are part of peace. Our EarlyAct clubs are part of our peace projects, just bringing people together and understanding each other's situations.
We appreciate that. We talk real quick about the EarlyAct Club. We have those in several schools. You know, Michael Williams is over there at E. Wilson Morrison, and we have a EarlyAct Club here. So how does the Rotary get involved? What's the premise of these EarlyAct clubs and InterAct clubs?
Well, to start, so Rotary's motto is service above self, and we want to bring that down all the way into the middle school, high school, and then the elementary school level. So our InterAct clubs at our middle school and high school allow our students to start understanding that community aspect and coming together to work together to make our schools beautiful, our communities beautiful, and to really be mentored by our Rotarians so they can see what it's like to be an adult that's actually out in the community doing good work and serving others. Our EarlyAct is the same thing. It's a little bit smaller scale. We don't ask them to do a whole lot of heavy lifting, but they can do things like projects around their school, things like this. I know that they do some fundraisers for different projects. food drives. So it's really the aspect of teaching our younger children what it's like to be a part of a community that's helping one another, and that we do have to live a bigger life than just our own individual selves.
Well, tell us about this four-way test, because I think that's what governs everything you do.
Yep, and the four-way test of things we think, say, or do. First is of the truth. Second is it fair to all concerned. Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships. And fourth, is it beneficial to all concerned. And I know our EarlyAct Club, they repeat that four-way test at their meetings as well. But it's a way that we can bring our Rotary values into our own lives. So if you apply that four-way test in your vocation, in your church, your synagogue, your other community aspects, in your own family, in your business, you're probably going to come out with the right answer. So it's a great way to live, and really do appreciate having that credo and purpose that really drives what Rotary's all about.
I really appreciate all the things that you and the Rotary clubs do, and now in your district.
Yeah. But today is about the EarlyAct kids and the Peace Pole, and about Mrs. Cockrell and Mrs. Moyer and these kids who did all the work to make sure that this came together. And I really do appreciate this money. This was funded by the Rotary District Conference excess funds that we raised last year, and we're having these Peace Poles put up in elementary schools and high schools and middle schools across our district. And we'll do even more of this. And this is a big project that really is a visual reminder. So every time a student walks into this, or a parent walks into this, angry, upset, happy, they're coming over and hopefully looking at this and just stepping back for a second and reminding that everybody in the school deserves dignity and respect, regardless of what the feeling is, or what the situation, or how the teacher responded to a child, or a child responded to the principal. But we all are going to come together, and hopefully this just, even if it does it for one person, it's worth it, that interaction will be more positive than it would have been otherwise. So thank you all for doing this for your fellow students and the future students at this school. So thank you.
Thank you.